Hi, dear guys and girls. Welcome back once again. I'm Petra. Um, I've just been having a whole lot of wonderful conversations this past week with ladies sharing their stories, what they've been through in their narcissistic relationships, and how they are coming to terms with it, and how they are thriving and getting their lives back on track. So, great conversations. And the question that came up several times this past week was, why do I doubt that the narcissist is in fact a narcissist? Now, I thought this was a great question because we have all been through it. I know I went through it as well, especially in the beginning stages of going no contact or of being discarded, is that you go through all the self-doubt, did I make the right decision? Maybe they're not such a bad person. Maybe I need to love on them some more. Maybe, so the excuse me, I'm stuttering here. There are these thoughts going through your mind the whole time, and you'll find that you are in this continuous tug of war. So you're going through an internal conflict with yourself. Now, I think that this stems from the fact that, it has a lot to do with cognitive dissonance. Now, if you're not familiar with the term, cognitive is your thoughts, your ideas, your perception of things, and the dissonance is the contradiction, the discord. So if you put these two together, it's your thoughts, your beliefs, and the discord. And so this is where the cognitive dissonance comes into play. What happens when we are in relationship with a narcissist is that we are conditioned to think a certain way. So the conditioning, of course, occurs when you are being manipulated or intimidated, and they go into your mind. The narcissist goes into your mind. These are the mind games, and they totally reconstruct your belief system. So when you come out of the relationship, your belief system is telling you one thing, is telling you, for example, you had a lot of good times with them, you love them, they did so much for you, they were so kind, they were so loving. This is the belief system that you're conditioning. And the other part of it is that your heart space, your intuition will be telling you, no, everything was wrong with this relationship. Something was up. There is a lot of toxicity going on. So that is what your intuition is telling you, but your mind is telling you something else. So this is where this conflict comes into play, because your heart is telling you one thing and you want to follow your heart, but your ego is saying, you have a different belief system, and it's just the belief system that they have implanted is, of course, in contradiction with their actions. So this is what it is all about. This is why you doubt the fact when you have come out of the narcissistic relationship, you doubt the fact that this abuse actually went on. You start to try and convince yourself that maybe it wasn't so bad. Maybe the abuse wasn't as bad as you made it out to be. Maybe the narcissist was going through a bad time in their life. Maybe they had a lot of unsolved issues from their childhood. So all of this stuff will be going through your mind, which, of course, some of it is true. I mean, most narcissists have gone through very dysfunctional homes, terrible traumas, but that is not an excuse for the abuse. So, of course, what I promote is that you get back to yourself, you find your inner self again, and that you start to heal from all the abuse. So when you get to understand what you were actually going through, what the cognitive dissonance is doing to you, why it is causing this inner conflict, that is, once again, your first step to healing. So, get yourself educated on cognitive dissonance. It is something, the self-doubt is something that you will be able to correct, because, I mean, as I said, I went through it, and I've come to a point now in my life after the breakup of the friendship, is that I've come to a point of indifference. So I don't have the self-doubt going on anymore. I know what I went through, and that is all you need to know. You know what you went through, and you know that you need to get yourself back on the road to healing. So, you know, you will get to a place of indifference. For one, it might be that it takes a couple of months, and for someone else, it could take years. You know, it all has to do with your personal situation. It is a very individual thing. If you have been abused by, emotionally abused by narcissists for most of your life, then of course it will take a longer period of time for you to get rid of the self-doubt. And if it has been a shorter period of time that you have been experiencing this abuse, then of course, you know, you won't take as long. But I think the most important thing is to, in order to get rid of the inner conflict, you have to do the inner work. And this, of course, is with help of a good therapist and writing. Just write it all out. You know, as I've said before, speak about it. Tell your story to whoever understands what you what you have been through. So tell your story, write it out. When you find yourself doubting the fact that, was I in a relationship with a narcissist, the self-doubt that I just spoke of, just write it all down. Write down all the stuff that you went through, all the stuff that was said to you, all the hurtful things. And then on a fresh page, you can write about what you want to accomplish in your life, what you want to do, your good qualities, So this is where you will get your inner self back in balance, because you do need that balance. When you have come out of a relationship with a narcissist, you're of course totally out of balance. And the only way to get back to your sense of self, your sense of security, your sense of trust again, is to make sure that you yourself are back in balance. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that makes sense to you. I'd just like to say there is a channel here on YouTube, Thrive After Abuse. Dana is the lady's name, and she just has a great way of explaining cognitive dissonance. So you might want to check out her channel as well. Okay, dear guys and girls, I hope that this has helped for today. Please continue sharing the videos and placing your comments in the comment section. And thank you again for all the new subscribers, and once again for all your emails and comments. So have a great day, and speak to you all very soon again. Bye now.